Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. Wanting to get away, I know a lot of people are, from everyone, rent a cabin in the beautiful Smoky Mountains and take your mind off the current madness. No one has been doing hospitality in the Smokies longer than the Ogle family. Get your family to a cabin, a little relaxing, calm. Listen to the mountain streams roll by. Parkside Cabin Rentals. Give them a shout this week. Check out that website. All right, I want to welcome in the last member of our panel right here. We have Bob Hodge, longtime sports writer in this town, of course, been on this show since its inception. Thank you for joining us, Bob.
Glad to be here.
Let me quickly, just your take, since we covered everybody else, what's your take on if you can do it? Should you give him a 6-year if you can do it?
If you can do it. I have doubts that you could do it. I mean, even here at the University of Tennessee, let's say it's 12 people, all sports combined. You're talking over $300,000.
Just in scholarship
Just
money,
in scholarship money. I mean, well over $300,000. That's a lot of money when you've taken revenue out. So, yeah, I'd like to see them do it. And I'm kind of in your camp. I think much harder said than done. Yes, let's allow it. But if you're a school like UT, even though you're big and a lot of money, you're not talking chump change.
Well, what's interesting is taking revenue out, most of your spring sports cost money.
That's true, too.
I mean, so you're actually saving, again, we have to know the numbers, but you could potentially be saving some money when your track team, you're flying them across the country and there's 50 people that go.
Yeah. But you'll be adding players back next year for a sport that doesn't make money.
Correct, but football, but when your generator is your football,
So hopefully we'll have football.
That's just how many levels there are.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You just got to keep working through it.
It's
But yes,
Jenga.
I'm for it. I am for it.
Let's take a look
kids have
at
a chance.
Tennessee's scholarship breakdown for next year in basketball. And this is what everybody, I keep getting emails about this. We're going to get to bring everybody back. All right, 13 scholarships. That's the limit for men's basketball. Here are all the guys who are currently on scholarship. Now, Jacob Fleshman has been a walk-on, and he got it for this semester. Now, that's one that would probably come off the scholarship list. But if you brought back Lamonte Turner and Jordan Bowden, okay, there's 2. Then the other guys in blue are the 4 incoming freshmen. All right, that's more than 13 names there. Now, if the NCAA says no scholarship caps, everybody come back, fine, great, that's not a problem. If they come back and say, now you're going to have to get into 13, but you can choose who comes back, and you're Rick Barnes, are you saying, well, Lamonte, we love you, son, but I got Jaden Springer coming in here, and how do you handle that? I mean, so let's take it from the you don't get scholarship limit uncapped. Do you think any coach in America is going to want to be sitting there saying, sorry, you're out to a freshman or a fifth-year senior? And would they get rid of a guy who's supposed to be there for 4 years in exchange for somebody who's going to be there for just 1 more year?
Depends on how good that 1-year guy is.
Yeah.
But I do think that you would be looking at a situation where you might be encouraging some of these guys that are juniors or seniors that are borderline contributors. I think you would be better off at this school or that school. I think you would see some of that. You'd be weeding some out that way.
Well, we haven't even mentioned what's going to happen with the transfer portal and all this.
And I would wonder if basketball is even part of the equation because they got to play a season. They got to play 30-something games.
The NCAA has said
I'm more
they're
about
looking at it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I'm bringing it up. The NCAA
Okay.
was asking about it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
You played 30 of your 32, 35
Exactly.
games.
I'm thinking about the baseball players, the softball players, the tennis players,
I'm
like Jimmy talks, the outdoor track that didn't even get started.
All the talk I've heard, though, nobody's emailed me about baseball. They're all emailing me about
I'll send you an
Lamonte
email
and Jordan coming back.
after the show.
I mean, I would have them come back, and then you're going to have a competition for playing time. But that's as a coach. I mean, that's why you see, whether it was Pat when she was Lady Vols coach, you see it with some of these other highly touted programs. They don't want a full roster of scholarships because it's harder. You're managing relationships. You're managing their parents, their coaches. Of hey, why isn't Susie or why isn't Jeff? Why aren't they playing? And now if you got 18 guys on your roster and you're only playing 7 or 8 or 9, I mean that's tough to manage. So I think there'd be some encouragement. I think the transfer portal, if there's no coronavirus in the transfer portal, I'd like to go in the transfer portal. But I just think there's a lot of moving parts. But I think you let it come and you let coaches
Well, and then
work their way out.
you're going to have travel rosters too, because obviously you're not going to take, if say you get to have 18, you're not going to take 18 down to Alabama with you or LSU or
Awfully
wherever.
long bench.
Be like hockey. You'll have a healthy
now
stretch.
You're using that, but I think I think encouraging some guys to pursue their career elsewhere, that would probably mitigate that somewhat. But here's the thing. Then the NCAA would have to say, yes, you can bring them back, but no, you can't expand your roster. It almost seems to me like they would have to allow you.
I think this
to
is a
expand.
problem. Like if they're all out, is a lot easier for a coach like Barnes to handle than a coach like Pearl, because Barnes, it's hey, we're going to compete, we're going to practice. The best guys are going to play. You're going to play. BP and recruiting, Coach Pearl in recruiting, when he's trying to massage egos and have recruiting promises and all this other stuff, and everybody's happy. That's a lot tougher bench and locker room to manage than a coach that says, "Hey, best player's going to play," and that's it. And so there's a lot of moving parts. It would be interesting for
How
sure.
about that LSU roster where they make them strong offers?
Whoa, this is just going to be, it's going to be a nightmare in many, many different ways. All right, what is the impact of spring practice being shut down? And I mean that specifically for Tennessee in one sense, because this isn't going to play the same for every school. The first thought may be, well, everybody's spring shut down. Some teams need spring more than others. We'll discuss that. Come on back on the Sports Source.